Hello everybody, welcome back to Simple Gaming Review. Oh, my controller went off. Welcome back to Simple Gaming Review. I want to make a quick video tonight actually about the Nintendo Wii U. I made a video a while ago saying, is the Nintendo Wii U actually worth it in 2025? A lot of people made some good points that it is worth it because it's HD Wii and it's backwards compatible, which is actually very good points. I played some Mario Kart 8 on my Wii U, and I've been playing some Japanese Call of Duty Ghost on my Japanese Wii U console. But honestly, I want to tell people how I feel about the Wii U as of right now. After having the Wii U in my collection for I think it's been like 2 months or like a month. But after having the Wii U in my collection and actually playing the Wii U, I do really like this console. I do think that Nintendo Switch is still better than the Wii U. I still do believe that the original Wii might be more worth it to more people out there. But the Wii U, even though it didn't do too well when it came out, I do like the console. I do like it actually more so than the Xbox One. And the Wii U, I think it's a cool console. I think that the gamepad was a very cool idea. Of course, it's expensive, and if you buy a Wii U nowadays with the gamepad included, it might cost you $200. But overall, I've enjoyed my Wii U experience. I've learned to have appreciation for the Nintendo Wii U, and it's one of those consoles that's like very, it's just interesting, you know? You got the PS4, the Xbox One, and then you get the Wii U, a part of the 8th generation, then you got the Nintendo Switch. So the Wii U has always been very weird, and kind of like an interesting system when you compare it to those other systems. But the Wii U, I think, is good. I like my Wii U. I do plan to actually use it some more, because I've been playing some Call of Duty Ghost. I'm only playing against bots right now, because, not like there's any internet connection. That's a cool thing with the Wii U, though, is that if you buy a Nintendo Wii U, you can just put your games in, no updates required, you don't need internet to play it, there's no DRM. The Wii U is pretty cool, and, you could just pick one up and just play your games without really having to worry about having an internet connection, which I think is cool. Compared to modern gaming, the Wii U actually seems like a pretty good deal, honestly. Maybe even a better deal than the Switch 2. That's going to be more DRM based, and you have game keys now. Yay! You don't own anything. At least with the Wii U. At least with Nintendo Wii U, I actually own my stuff. I actually own this game for my Wii U. You know? Nowadays, Nintendo wants to do game keys for the Switch 2 and stuff like that, which I think is stupid. But anyway, though, honestly, my honest feelings about the Wii U, I like it. I enjoy it. I think it's a good console. I'm not sure if I would ever see it as like a favorite of mine in my collection, because I have a lot of favorites. I have Nintendo Switch, Nintendo GameCube, PlayStation 2, I have PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. I have a lot of favorite systems. The Nintendo 64 is awesome as well. I just have a lot of consoles in my collection. I have the Sega Saturn right here. But overall, though, it's a good console. And, if people want to buy a Wii U, I would say go for it. Even though I made a video saying it probably isn't worth it in 2025 to like most people. If you really want to experience it, I think it's an interesting experience, especially if you have a gamepad with it. The games are pretty awesome. You can find the Wii U pretty cheap by itself if you already own a gamepad, or if you want to buy just the console by itself and buy a gamepad later on, I guess. It still requires the gamepad to actually start the system up, but, it's overall a good console. I actually love the design of it. I think it looks really cool. It looks like a giant Wii. I like the look of it, and, yeah. I'm in the video, though, but I just want to tell people my feelings about the Wii U, and honestly, I think it's a good console, and I actually like the Wii U Pro Controller. The Wii U Pro Controller is actually pretty amazing and very comfortable. I actually like the Wii U Pro Controller actually more than the Xbox controller and the PS3 controller, so it's actually nice. But anyway, I'm in the video, hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, comment down below what you think about Nintendo Wii U. But But I decided to make another video about this console because I wasn't gonna come back to it when I said that I don't think it's worth it in 2025. But then I was playing the console, been playing it recently. I was like, it's pretty good. There is some value to a Nintendo Wii U, especially if you have like the Pro controllers, the gamepad. I can see some value in buying one of these, especially if you're somebody who never owned one. I would say that if you really, really want a Wii U, go out and get one. I think it's a good experience. I don't think people would be too disappointed with it because you get Nintendo games, you get third-party games, you get Call of Duty on Nintendo Wii U. There's not really many negatives for the system. You got Need for Speed. I mean, there's so many great games on the Wii U. Of course, most of those games are on the Switch now. But, if you want to give the Wii U a chance, I would say go for it. It's not really a bad system. The Wii U, I think, in my opinion, when it launched, was kind of like overhated. Well, people were like, oh, well, you might as well just buy a PS4 or Xbox One or PS3 or 360. There was a lot of people who kind of hated this console. And of course, you had people who said, oh, Nintendo failed because it didn't sell as good. But, like, not looking at sales and not looking at the history of the Wii U, but just looking at the console by itself and what it can do, I think it's pretty cool. Especially the eShop back in those days when you could actually get a whole bunch of like retro games. So yeah, anyway, I'm in the video, so peace out. That's my Wii U.